on today's video. I'm really excited for today's video because it's something a little bit different, something I haven't done in a little while, and it's a DIY video. So I have been on the hunt for the perfect like frayed hem jeans. I have a couple pairs that have like your typical like subtle frayed hem, but I wanted like a really like exaggerated style with like a ton of fringe, different colors, just, I don't know, something different to have. And I couldn't find the exact pair that would work for me that I felt like suited all my tastes. So in this video, I will show you how to make them. I went out, I grabbed like a really affordable, cheap pair of jeans from TJ Maxx, and I used those to create the look I wanted. So I'm gonna walk you through my whole process of how I got my jeans to look like this. This is exactly the look I wanted. I wanted like a very distressed, lighter fringed, like detailing at the bottom. I love the way these turned out, and so I figured it would be fun to share and just kind of tell you how I wear them and how I made them that way and all of that fun stuff. Before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to my channel, then welcome. I'm so excited to have you. I really appreciate you stopping by. I know I say that every time, but I really, really mean it. All the time that you guys spent with me means the world to me, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love if you subscribed if you do like it. So if you'd like to see how I got my DIY distressed frayed hem jeans, then just keep watching. So these are the pair of jeans that I got from TJ Maxx. They're by the brand Kancan or something. I actually have shown this brand before in other hauls I've gotten, and I know that this brand typically stretches out a little bit, so I went to like a tight size on me. They fit a little tight, a little snug when I first put them on, but they stretch out to fit like perfectly for me. When I put them on, I noticed that the inseam actually hit me like exactly where it should, which kind of made me not want to like mess them up, but it hit me exactly where it should. It went all the way to my ankle, and I wanted the look of these jeans to be a little bit more like cropped, a little more, I don't know, just different for summertime. So the first thing that I did was hold the jeans up to my leg, and I kind of used that as a guideline for where to cut and make the end of my new jeans hit. Like I said, because I knew that the inseam hit me all the way at the ankle, I knew that if I cut it right at the point where I wanted the new jeans to end, that it should work out pretty well. So I just did that with each leg. I first cut off like a big chunk. I kind of wish I would have left a little bit, just because once you start doing the frayed hem and the frayed look to it, it does kind of shrivel up a tiny bit, which I didn't really account for in the beginning. But so that's the first thing I did, was just cut off a chunk. From there, I cut individual little strips into each leg, and that is what makes the actual like fringe on the bottom of your jeans, which makes a lot of sense. It seems super easy to do, but when I realized that that's how you make them, it was like a light bulb moment for me for whatever reason. So that's what I did. I cut little strips. One tip I have for this is to put both parts of the jean together and then cut two sides at the same time, if that makes sense. What I would do is do one thin layer of denim, and then I had to do it all the way around the leg of the jean. And I realized towards the end that if I just like placed the leg flat and cut two layers of denim at a time, it was way quicker, way more efficient, and it wasn't much harder. So that is definitely a tip that I would give you when you're doing this. Otherwise, you can just lay the jeans flat and add your little fringe as you'd like. You can make them as thick as you'd like or as thin as you'd like. I just went for like a general size, thickness, width that I thought would work for me, that would give me kind of the look that I wanted. Was you just throw the jeans in the washer, you wash them, and then you dry them, and that will start to give you the frayed look to the bottom of your jeans that you're going for. Once I took them out, they did have somewhat of the look I wanted, but I wanted to do a little bit more. You definitely could stop at this point if you wanted to, but I think the great thing about making jeans this way is that you can really customize them to how you want them to look. You can really play around with it to make them a little more funky, a little more unique. There's really no like right or wrong with it. So I decided to play around with a little bit of bleach. I knew that I wanted the bottom of my jeans to be a little bit lighter like this. I wanted the fringe detail to be lighter. I know this is like a medium wash jean, but I wanted the bottom to be a lighter wash. So I just poured a little bit of bleach into like a little tub or a paper plate, and I sat the fringe pieces of my jean in that bleach. I actually let mine sit for a while, probably like an hour or so, and it did not need that long. When I had come back, there was bleach like way higher up than I expected. Like you can see this one goes pretty high up, which I actually don't mind because like I said, it just kind of adds to that like distressed look. But yeah, the bleach will set in really quickly, and it also, any area it covers, it will dye. I also got a little bit on the back, so my jeans have like a little bit of a splatter print to the back accidentally, but that's another aspect that I like. I think it just makes them look a little more worn and a little different. So it's like a little weird that it's like on the butt, but that's okay. So after I dipped them in the bleach, I realized that I also wanted the frayed part, the fringe, to be a little bit longer than I had originally cut into. So rather than cutting more pieces of the fringe, I actually just started ripping it. I feel like once I started ripping it, it ripped really easily, partially because the denim was already wet from the bleach, and partially just because it was already cut. So at that point, it's already cut, it's already open denim, and you can just rip it as you would like to. So I ripped each piece just to be a little bit longer. I added like maybe an inch to it, and by doing that I felt like it really gave me the look I wanted for the fringe at the bottom of my jeans. It was super easy. You could even do this from the beginning if you would like to. You could even like play around with the lengths. I've seen some jeans like this on Pinterest where it's like they're almost angled and the front will be shorter and the bottom will be like longer. You could do something like that, but I feel like by ripping it, you're really putting that like artistry into it and just giving it that really unique look that was like hand done by you. After I did that, I washed them again. I threw them in the washer, threw them in the dryer. I dried them like on a medium, low heat. I typically dry all my clothing on a low heat or like delicates, but you could totally do it the way you would like to. It also depends a lot on the denim that you start with and how the fit is. If it's something you'd like to shrink a little bit, you could obviously go up in heat. So wash it however you feel comfortable with. But for me, I just washed it alone, but the same way I would any of my other clothing. Then when I took it out, it looked like this. It really had that like light frayed look to it that is exactly what I wanted. You can tell that the fringe detailing is pretty distressed. It's pretty like frayed, it looks really worn in, and then like I said, the bleach gives it like a really unique look to it. I love the way these look when I'm wearing them. At first I was a little scared when I took them out and I was like, holy moly, like these are some statement jeans, but when I put them on, I just love the way they hit. I wear them with neutral booties, you can wear them with heels, you can wear them with strappy sandals. I think they're so cool and so trendy for spring and summer. What I love about these jeans is that they cost me $20, but they're like so on trend and they're exactly the way I wanted them. So they fit exactly the way I wanted them. The distressing, the fringe, the frayed part is exactly the way I wanted it, all the colors and everything, and they were $20 for me from TJ Maxx. So that's why I love this DIY approach when it comes to denim, and I'm totally gonna do more with it too, because I was really happy with the way this turned out and it was so easy. I did it in like one afternoon. So yeah guys, that's all it took for me to make this pair of like DIY fringe distressed denim. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're liking this trend, if you like the fringe like distressed frayed bottom look. If you're not really into it, let me know if you've ever done a DIY project with denim. I know a lot of people will cut things off to make like shorts and stuff like that, so I would love to hear what some of your favorite projects are, so maybe I can try those out in the future too. Yeah, just leave me a comment, say hi. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, have a great day.